This is your latest Leicester City news, 12th of June 2025. The biggest bit of transfer news yet at Leicester City this summer, and it comes from Jakub Transfer, the man who we all expect to be Leicester City's number one goalkeeper next season with the inevitable departure of Mads Hermansen. Jakub Transfer has interest from Norwich City. Now, not only that, they've apparently already made a bid for him. There is no details yet on how much that bid was for, but Rob Dorset from Sky Sports has confirmed Leicester have rejected a bid from Norwich City for goalkeeper Jakub Transfer. Leicester agreed a new contract with him last week and don't want to sell. Just to confirm as well on the contract, it wasn't a new contract, it was a extension. I believe Jakub had a year left, which ended in 2026. And Leicester had a 1 year extension clause in there, which they've triggered. So his contract now runs until 2027. Of course, Jakub, I think, started 10 games in the Premier League last season. He filled in when Mads Hermansen was injured earlier in the season, when Danny Ward had a few shockers, and then he played the last few games of the season as well when Mads Hermansen had his surgery. We did see him feature a little bit as well in the Championship season, and I think a lot of us thought he was a competent goalkeeper, and I think he's only improved, to be honest. And I think we have a number one ready to take over in between the sticks next season. I can't see there being any world in which Leicester City sell, unless there was a crazy offer which was too good to turn down, which helps for PSR, but the Norwich have that type of money to throw 10, 15 million at him. I'm not too sure. So for now, Jakub is staying, but he does have interest from other Championship clubs. More on the recent Jeremy Monga news that he has signed a scholarship with a professional contract clause at the club, which we spoke about the other day on the channel. It's now been confirmed by Rob Tanner at The Athletic that with this scholarship, no club is allowed to contact Monga or his family directly. They would need permission from Leicester to make any contact. And that is a step in the right direction, of course, because prior to this scholarship contract, Leicester City were very vulnerable. You know, a club could come in for him, basically just take him from us, snatch him from us, like the kid snatcher, the child snatcher, and it would have to go through a tribunal. And that is not the case anymore. They would need to speak to us. Of course, as I said, we've got a professional contract clause, which means in a year's time, when Jeremy turns 17, we can then turn him into a professional, which would see him stay at the club long term, and we could then demand a transfer fee. God knows how much that would be if he continues on his current trajectory. Also, Manchester City, Chelsea, and even Real Madrid had sent scouts to Leicester to watch Monga. Obviously, Rob Tanner reports here that Ruud said in his first press conference, the whole world knows about Monga, and he seems to be a once in a decade talent that has come through the ranks at Leicester City. So touch wood, we can keep hold of him as much as possible. But as I keep saying, it is unlikely that we have him for his whole career, especially if he turns into an incredible player. But if he does, then who knows? We could be looking at 50, 60, 70, 80 million pounds coming into the club in 2, 3, 4, 5 years for this lad, if, again, he continues his current trajectory. And something slightly different to bring to your attention today, and I'm only bringing this to your attention because I think that any Leicester fan watching this would fucking love this event that's going to be taking place on the 5th of July, Saturday, 5th of July, in a couple of weeks at 12 p.m, 12 till 6, a good few hours, and it is the Hoof Homeless Football League Charity Fun Day. It's going to be at Holmes Park, Dog and Gun Lane in Whetstone. As I said, if you are a Leicester fan, it's going to be a great day for a great cause for the homeless. There's going to be 2 Leicester City legends there. That's all you need to hear, really, if you're a true Leicester fan. Matt Elliott, Steve Walsh, they will be at the event. And also, Philbert the Fox will be there. You'll be able to win a signed Leicester City shirt, maybe. Win a Phil at the Fox signed football match managed by 2 Leicester legends, Walsh and Elliott. And then there's going to be games and stalls and everything else. It's £3 to get in if you're an adult. £3. That is literally it. It's cheaper than a cup of coffee. £1 if you're a child. So if you're bringing your kids, very, very cheap. Very cheap. And the QR code's there on screen if you want to know more, or just screenshot this message. But yeah, for a great cause, as I said, 5th of July, 12 p.m. Make sure you get yourselves down there. What a day it's going to be. That's all for today's news. We will be back in a couple of days with some more. Hopefully some manager movement, because so far there is absolutely nothing. So enjoy the rest of your days, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.